This is Austin St. John, and you are watching That Hashtag Show. You better pay attention.
Hey guys, this is Joe with That Hashtag Show. I'm here with Nakia Burrise, the Yellow Zeo Ranger, Yellow Turbo Ranger, Tanya, one of the most iconic Yellow Rangers in Power Ranger history. How are you?
I'm great, thank you so much.
So it's been 25 years since the show's been on the air. That's a very long time for any show, regardless of Power Rangers or anything else. Talk to me about some of your favorite memories from working on the show.
First, getting the job. That is a huge memory because I was in college at the time. I was going to school for acting, and I happened to be blessed with the role while I was a junior in college. Amazing. I remember my first time on set, being inside of the command center. I remember standing there and just looking around, just being in awe and just feeling so blessed. And everybody was very welcoming. So those were some of my very first memories of the show.
Did you watch the show before you got on it?
No. I didn't.
Exclusive right here.
Right, yeah, I did. Well, I was a college student, so I really didn't watch very much television, period. I didn't even know what Power Rangers was when I auditioned. They told me I needed to wear yellow. Didn't know I was replacing anybody. Didn't know I was going to be the Yellow Ranger. I just knew it was a job. An assistant needed to work. And I was excited about it, so yeah.
Now in Zeo, Tanya gets a ton of character development, more so than previous seasons before that. When you guys got the scripts, was it a little bit more, I mean, yes, it's still a kid show, but it did have actual character development in it, right?
Yeah. That's what I loved about Zeo, because I felt like my character actually was important. And what they did, what some of the producers did, was they asked me things about my life. So some of the episodes are based off of my own experiences. Rangers in the outfield.
I was just going to ask you about that.
Yeah. I played baseball with the boys, and that I was pitcher, shortstop, and second base. So that was based off of my own experience. Another song, Sung Yellow, that was because they heard me singing in my dressing room, so they made that. And then another song and dance, another singing episode. Yeah, so I had a lot of episodes that were focused on my character in Zeo, and I loved it.
That's amazing. I had no idea about that. So speaking of which, you also had a boyfriend in the show, which was kind of Sean and then kind of Adam, but that gets dropped really quickly. Why did the Adam story get dropped from the relationships aspect?
That would be a very interesting question.
You don't know?
I think that the focus wasn't Adam and Tanya.
Sure.
The focus was Tommy and Kat, the pink and the red at the time. So yeah, a lot of people have asked me that. They kind of alluded to us, but they never developed the relationship. So.
Speaking of asking questions, we had a lot of our fans sending questions for you.
Okay.
And here, I'm going to give you this. You can watch this, and you can throw these on.
Oh.
And then we'll play these accordingly.
Okay. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey guys, Trekkie B47 here from the Ranger Command Power Hour podcast. And I wanted to ask you, what was the most difficult physical stunt or shooting day that you had to do on set? Thanks.
What was the most difficult or shooting day that I had on set? I don't think there was anything physical that I did not enjoy. Even when I got hurt, it was fun. Okay, so this sounds funny. When we did the Turbo movie, should I take these off or leave them on?
You can leave them
okay.
on the floor.
When I did the Turbo movie, there was supposed to be a scene where I was supposed to swim. I'm not a swimmer. I have a swimming pool in my house. My boys can swim, my husband can swim, but I am the only non-swimmer. So they actually had to get a body double.
Really?
Yeah. And she couldn't swim. I don't know how she got hired, but anyways, that ended up, I don't even think it ended up making it into the movie anyway. So that would probably be the only challenging thing, was I had to get a body double for someone to snorkel for me. Then she didn't know how to snorkel either, so.
Actors putting things on their resumes. That's how it works. All right, look, got another one for you.
Okay.
Hi, Nakia. This is Tom. So I have an interesting continuity question for you. How was it your parents that you left in the past, when you switched spots with Aisha, magically show up in the current timeline when they were searching for Art the Conqueror?
That one's a little difficult.
That's a very interesting question. That would be more a question for the producers. My question back to you would be how I was a child when I received my powers, and so obviously my parents knew I was a child, and the next time they see me, I'm an adult. So I don't really have an answer to that question. That would be a producer writing question. I'm so sorry, I can't answer that one.
When it seemed like your characters, I believe it was your grandmother or aunt that raised you, that was in when you guys were in Africa, and then your parents were explorers or something, and then they reconnected. So I don't know. Maybe there's something to be explored there. Here we got the next one.
Oh, hi there, Nakia. Sam Diaz. I have a quick question for you. Do you like being the Yellow Ranger, or would you rather prefer being the Pink Ranger? Thoughts? Thank you.
I love the shades.
Pink or yellow? Pink or yellow?
Yellow.
I agree. I got the yellow community. I like the yellow.
Yellow, yes.
Speaking of yellow, currently in the Boom Studios comic book, are you familiar with that at all?
Yes.
Your character is now in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited. I'm excited that they are doing more with my character. I actually, at Power Morphicon, I got to be the moderator for the Boom panel. And so that's when I discovered all of these great things that they're going to be having for my character. So I'm really, really excited about that.
It's amazing. All right, we got one more.
So I have a question for Nakia Burrise. I heard that you're very good friends with Jason Font, and I am dying to know, what is it like to meet him? I mean, I heard he's such an amazing, beautiful man, and can you get me his autograph?
Actually, I can't stand Jason Font. He smells, he's not cute, he's that's my brother. I just love him to the T. Oh, Jason Font. Where did you guys get that one? Was that at Power Morphicon?
No, I don't know. I was somewhere random, but Jason Font wanted to do it. He said, do we have questions for any of the Power Rangers? And he chose you.
Oh my gosh, I just love him. He's my brother. I'm so happy I got a chance to meet him. I met him years ago. We were doing a project called No Nerds Here with Jessica Ray, and that's where I really got a chance to know him. Then we had done a few tours of different cons together, and I just love you, Jay. I love you. I call him Big Head. He knows that.
You can take the headphones off now.
Okay.
I do have a question for you about your character, Tanya. Now we know that we're going to get Tanya more explored in the Boom Studios comic book. However, if you had your choice, where do you think Tanya is currently in Power Rangers continuity?
In what dimension? What world? Where?
You get to choose.
Where would she be? Well, she'd still be Ranger, obviously. She'd still be saving the world. I think she'd be behind the scenes, like in the entertainment field, like in a record company. And then she gets called, like, Superman gets called and goes out and changes and morphs. So I'd be morphing. I'd be somewhere in the music industry performing, and then I get called on stage and I morph and I go save the world. That's where she'd be.
I smell a Boom Studios spinoff right there. Speaking of comic books, though, you guys got something out called Icarus Rising.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
Oh, well, that is Karen and David Fielding's baby. It started from the Order movie that we were due to film in last year.
Sure.
And a week before filming, we had to postpone because there's some things that happened. So we are going to be back up and running in 2019. And so during this time, Karen thought, well, I've always wanted to do a graphic novel. Let's do the graphic novel based off the Order, and it's an amazing graphic novel. And the way I got involved I loved it so much, I invested in it, and I became one of the producers. So I'm a part of Volume 1, and hopefully be part of Volume 2 and Volume 3. And it's based off of the Order movie, which these volumes will set you right where the movie starts. So it'll be right in time.
So it's a prequel.
Yes, it's a prequel to the movie. Yes.
And talk to me about your character. Which character are you going to be portraying, and is the graphic novels based on? You.
I am Shania. Can't tell you if I'm good or bad, but let me just tell you that I am someone you don't necessarily want to mess with.
So you got the Power Rangers Civil War that's been brewing for a long time now. A lot of people have been wanting to see that, and I think that you might get a taste of it here at Icarus Rising, starting there and in the Order. Sounds pretty cool. What other Power Ranger actors are involved?
Woo!
It's a ton.
Well, yeah, there's a ton. Jason Font, Catherine Sutherland, Deborah Phillips, Allison Sullivan, David Yost, Walter Jones, Austin St. John. The list goes on. The list goes on. Most of the people that you saw inside of the trailer, the original trailer, are still a part of it. Some have, have other projects and stuff. So when we get up and gearing again, we'll see, there'll probably be some new faces that you see as well.
And if you guys want to get your copy of Icarus Rising, click in the link below, and that's how you'll be able to find out to do it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Nakia, thank you so much. And please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture.
This is Austin St. John, and you are watching That Hashtag Show. You better pay attention.